Now, if you go some places, they'll tell you that this kind of stuff is not real. But let me just bring you in tune with reality. This is actually real. Rolling robots armed with net-flinging guns are the latest nightmare fuel. All right. Now, I don't know if these things are necessarily nightmare fuel, but it's interesting to say the least. All right. There it is. Looks like a tire with some electrodes on it. If you thought the threat of police robots died with the demise of New York's subway bot, you'd be wrong. A new rolling robot has been sent into the field in China. The spherical crime-fighting device is a lot more sinister than New York's failed attempt at robot policing and comes armed with net-throwing guns, tear gas, and can pursue suspects at up to 22 miles an hour. Can you imagine? Can you imagine this thing coming after you at 22 miles an hour? If all that sounds like your idea of a sci-fi nightmare, and if you want to see a sci-fi nightmare that has devices similar to this, if I'm not mistaken, I believe the movie is called Screamers. And then there's another one called Screamers 2. And I think both of them are actually on Tubi. You guys should check it out. Then you might want to look away now, which is what a lot of people probably will do, because we know that that's how people deal with information that they don't like hearing. They turn their heads and act like it doesn't exist, despite the fact that it exists. All right. Police in the city of Wenzhou, Zhejiang province rolled out these monsters last week, reports Futurism. Called the Rotund Bot, they consist of a huge rubber tire that fits around a sphere that's about 2 feet high. Within the sphere is all the tech that powers the robot, including the motors to spin its one wheel and the computers to power the systems that will allow it to run autonomously, and its weapons, as Futurism reports. So we might actually have to take a look at this Futurism report. Named the Rotund Bot, or the RT-G for short, this spherical robot was created by researchers at Zhejiang University on behalf of Shenzhen-based outfit called Logon Technology. It reportedly weighs about 275 pounds and travels up to 22 miles per hour, according to Wang Yu, an associate professor who worked on it. Only takes a few seconds to reach that speed. This robot can cope with dangers such as falling or being beaten. Could you imagine this thing being beaten? Wang told SCMP, and can perform tactical actions such as enemy identification, tracking, and capture after modular modification. All right. Now, when they say modular modification, what do they mean? Modular modification. Does that mean that this thing is going to transform or something like that? Equipped with net guns, tear gas, and speakers, the robot is also reportedly pretty good at scaring off any would-be attackers. All right. So again, this is extremely interesting. All right, this is extremely interesting. The speakers built into the robot allow it to throw out intimidating threats, such as if you win the fight, you'll end up in jail, reports the South China Morning Post. And rather alarmingly, if you lose the fight, you'll end up in the hospital. So, yo, they got this robot out here equipped to talk wild to you, too. You know what I'm saying? So, let's actually see what this thing looks like in action. This is a video here that they've embedded into this article from CCTN. Now, check this out, right? There's a lot of people, look, there go my man, the Reaper right there. Now, check this out. There's a lot of people who will be scared of this. There's a lot of people who will fear this right now. You know, China is probably using something like this in development with their military, you know, some type of weapons delivery system or some type of soldier supplement for the battlefield, or this thing could act as a soldier itself. That's all fine and dandy, right? But who cares? because we out here trying to get paid, right? So one of the things that we need to pay very close attention to is we need to pay attention to who's manufacturing these things, and we need to make sure that we pump as much money into them as they can so they can continue to manufacture these things so that the company grows and stays healthy and provides wonderful dividends, growth, and generational wealth for those of us who are investors. All right, again, this not being financial advice, but this is something to pay attention to. Now, Trump coming into office, Trump is definitely not going to want China to be ahead of this one. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no, 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 no. America has got to be first, and America has got to be first at everything, including dystopian policing, right? So you already know, right, that in most cases, this is going to be something that Elon Musk and his businesses is going to want to replicate. And who's going to have his back? None other than the Batman to the Robin in that dynamic duo, but Trump. All right, he's going to utilize the government. He's going to utilize his cabinet. He's going to utilize his picks to get Elon Musk all the money that's necessary to be able to replicate these things, possibly make them better than what China has, and put them out on the market, probably to places here in the United States. And what's interesting about this is that when it comes to selling these things in the United States, you know the places that are going to buy these. It's going to be liberal cities. Democrat cities are going to buy these things, right? So, you know, it's kind of interesting. Imagine this. Look at this. Look at this scene. Look at this scene one more time. Imagine an army of these coming after you in the street. Giant beach balls that can shoot back. Like, that's wild. Authorities designed the robot to operate in hostile situations and claim it cannot be smashed, reports SCMP. In such settings, it could reportedly be deployed alongside drones and robot dogs being utilized by officers in China. As SCMP adds, Wenzhou police said the robot remained operational even after being attacked at close range and could come and go easily in crowds and extreme environments. The spherical robot was a new attempt to help Wenzhou police with intelligent equipment to improve patrol efficiency and their ability to handle crisis, the report said. It's a pretty ridiculous creation and one that looks somehow more terrifying than a robot dog armed with a machine gun. Hey, it is what it is. The big question from here is, are autonomous robots really the future of policing and worth the investment? Or would your tax dollars be better spent investing in infrastructure and support that helps vulnerable people focus on rehabilitation rather than filling more and more prison cells? Well, I think that we've done that for quite some time now. And I don't know what people think about how well it's worked. One metric that you can use to ask the question, has that worked or not, is, has the amount of people being imprisoned decreased, right? Or has it increased? What has it done? You know what I'm saying? I think we all know the answers to those questions. So, you know, this is the year 2024 of the AI race. This is the year of the cryptocurrency race. There's a lot of cold wars being fought out there on many different fronts, not really the battlefield. You know what I'm saying? Not really the battlefield. A lot of different avenues are where this Cold War is taking place, as far as with technology and AI and just, you know, futuristic things, right? Futuristic things that sadly a lot of people do not want to acknowledge are real. Sadly, a lot of people do not want to accept the fact that this future is our reality. Not accepting reality makes for a very dangerous environment. We got the article from the Byte here. Chinese police deploy rolling BB-8 style robot to patrol streets and to chase down suspects. If you lose the fight, you'll end up in the hospital. Man, that's wild. Man, that's wild. Let me ask you guys this question. How many of y'all think that Benjamin Crump will win a lawsuit against one of these things? Let me know what you guys think. In eastern China, police are now patrolling the streets with a rolling robot that can chase down suspects, and they say it can beat them in a fight. As the South China Morning Post reports, cops in the city of Wenzhou in Zhejiang province have lately been flanked by the spherical robot that looks a bit like a militarized version of the cutesy BB-8 robot in Star Wars. All right. Yeah, I think the BB-8 robot, that was like that little baby R2-D2, if I'm not mistaken. This thing, again, I don't know, man. This thing kind of reminds me of that movie. I think it's called Phantasm or something like that. And it's got those flying metal balls with the knives in them. And then another movie, like I said, that this reminds me of is, I believe the movie is called Screamers. And then there's another one called Screamers 2. And you guys got to check those movies out. Let me know in the comment section if you guys do or don't. So we already talked about this, named the Rotund Bot, or the RT-G for short. The spherical robot was created by researchers at Zhejiang University on behalf of Shenzhen outfit called Logon Technology. All right. So for the most part, looks like this Byte article has the same information as the article that we read on Yahoo News. All right. So let's take a look real quick at this article that they have from the South China Post. All right. See if this thing has, you know what? I'm looking at it right now. And for the most part, this is the exact same article as what was in Byte. All right. So we don't need to go any further. All right. Let me know what you guys think about this. You know, me personally, you know, it is what it is, right? I'm looking at it more from a financial standpoint. I want to know who manufactures these things. I want to see what their historical prices are looking like and possibly see if it's a good investment, right? I don't think that anybody is changing the course of the future anytime soon, right? And, you know, I don't know. I don't know. People ask, is robot policing a good idea? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about anything. I want to know what you guys think. So let me know in the comment section. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the bell icon twice. Smash that like button. Make sure you share this video to your social media. And I will catch you all on the next video. All right? Peace.